Hello and welcome to Storytime Reddit. Today's story comes from r/SurvivingInfidelity, where we find stories of cheating and ruined lives, sprinkled with vengeance and justice not often seen in real life. And now, Fiance cheated on me with her friend. I really just need to tell my story to somebody other than my therapist, and I'm too ashamed to divulge the details to my closest friends or family. I've known my ex-fiance for 11 years. We dated on and off for the first 5 years while I was active duty military, and we had been together for the past 6 years. At the point of my end of active service, she showed interest in joining a branch of service, and I supported the decision. I made sure she was prepared. We were planning on buying a house after she enlisted and settled in a bit, so I started to go through our finances. Got us out of all outstanding debt and worked on raising our credit scores to perfect. During that time, I also purchased a brand new car for her, cash, as we were planning on starting a family this year. A month into her being at her unit, she really started talking about marriage more frequently, so I decided to talk to her about setting a date. We did, and told friends and family to be prepared for the RSVP in the mail. A month later, I get a FaceTime call from her hanging out with some friends, 2 married couples and 3 other single friends, 2 male, 1 female. I had met all these people before. I was at my friend's house, a couple. She was stationed about a 13-hour drive from me, and I was supposed to move there that month. Already got a transfer for my job. At some point during the call, while she was walking around having me greet everybody, one of the single males grabbed/hugged her rather inappropriately while greeting me. My friends also saw. Embarrassing. They waited until the call ended and asked if I had seen anything strange. I replied, yes, I saw. A few days later, I drove up to move some stuff. I picked up her phone to make a call as it was within arm's length. The password was changed, and for the first time in 6 years, it was set to Do Not Disturb. At first, I ignored it, as I thought I was probably just in my head about everything. When I did ask later that night, she got extremely defensive. I was not confrontational. There were a lot of other small signs that something was off. We had sex that night. I think we were both unaware that she was already pregnant from the other guy. The next day, I told her that there were a lot of things to work through before we get married, and suggested therapy. Did not go well. I packed the stuff I had brought and went home. I felt disgusted the whole time I was there for some reason, and decided to just end it. She found out she was pregnant that same month and got married to the guy the month after to save face, I guess. We were not trying for a baby and took proper precautions. She did, however, have unprotected sex with the guy that night of the FaceTime call and blamed alcohol. Laughable. I warned her on multiple occasions about how easy infidelity is to stumble across in the military if you don't keep it together. She kept calling me saying, I made the worst mistake of my life, when she would be on duty/at work at 2/3 a.m., away from her husband. I blocked her from contacting me everywhere possible. It has been a year, and I finally have my life back together. I am still working on my mental health. All that, along with PTSD, severe anxiety, and depression, has been a challenge. But I have come a long way. I am stable, sober, and happy. I have lived through 6 good friends from the military taking their own lives over the past 3 years, and I could never have anyone feel the way I feel. I'm just happy I didn't get to a point where I considered that an option. If you read this, thank you for allowing me to release. I needed to share somewhere. Sorry for the choppy timeline. It's already a lot. Didn't want to make it even longer. And now for the top comments. If you've enjoyed the story and would like to hear more, consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. Thank you! No, I meant, how did you find out everything if you couldn't get into her phone? Do you end up guessing the new code or something? OP. Oh, no, even if I did get the code somehow, I wouldn't have went through her phone. She took it off Do Not Disturb after I asked about it that night and forgot to turn it back on, I guess. It was sitting next to me, and a message popped up from the dude, Are you with your man? At about midnight. I didn't say anything. The next day, I just told her I needed some time and left. A week later, I get a message request on IG from a female friend of hers in the military that I met. Previously, she told me all kinds of stories about this girl and said she didn't feel comfortable about me being friends with her. Well, yes, she did sleep around a lot, but she also knew about her infidelity, as she told me about them having sex at least 3 times, and also explained why she thinks she's pregnant. At that moment, I knew without question. Sorry this happened to you, bro. No person is worth ending your life over, especially when that person is a disloyal cheater. Move on and rejoice in the fact that you didn't marry and have children with her and was able to walk away. Oh, and I hope you got the car you paid cash for her back. OP. Wasn't worth it to communicate about the car. I just took the loss as a lesson. Thank you. A really cheap lesson. Divorce is way more expensive. So you dodged a bullet and was confirmed when she tried to get you back once she realized the grass was not greener. She would have cheated on you again had you taken her back. Don't be ashamed. You didn't cheat on your boyfriend, and you didn't try to cheat on your baby daddy afterwards. She's the one that should be embarrassed. Probably cheaper than a divorce had you tied the knot before you found out. You're lucky you got rid of the girl. You have to believe that better days will come after this. OP. Thank you. Cheater's gonna cheat, man. Don't take it to heart and just focus on yourself. You will probably meet someone better. Just focus on yourself and your mental health and don't go chasing after girls till you are ready. Damn, you've crawled through 3 football fields of shit and come out clean on the other side. I understand there are still valleys to navigate and serious trust issues to overcome. But a few years from now, if you ever run into that girl again, she'll look like a shell of herself and nothing you remembered. And the other victim besides yourself is that poor affair baby that is destined to end up with miserable parents. Keep forging forward in your life and do the work you need to heal and be happy again. You have nothing to be ashamed about. This does not reflect on you at all. You were doing the right things while your ex-fiancé was destroying everything behind your back. She is now left to deal with her mess, and you are free to move on with your life while holding your head high. Good on you for blocking her attempts to cheat on her now husband by contacting you. That shows that you have both integrity and self-respect. Keep moving forward with your purpose so that you will be ready and able to distinguish between things that are high value and things that are low value when you encounter them in the future. You have got this. I'm sorry for what you had to go through. Your ex treated you badly and you deserve better than that. It sounds like you're still hurting deeply. Some wounds never heal completely, but with time the pain fades. Please don't get stuck. Move on. Find something in your life that brings you joy. People say that happiness is a choice. I don't think that's 100% true. You can't always just decide to be happy in the face of traumatic suffering, but there's a lot of truth in it. Happiness is a perspective. It's an attitude. It's a way of responding to life. Bad things happen, but there is so much beauty and goodness all around us. Best of luck to you. Sorry for your situation, friend. You were never at fault, and I don't want you to take this as blame, but there's a big takeaway here. Trust your gut. The difference between walking away when you felt something was up and staying until the inevitable blow-up is loving yourself enough to protect your mental and emotional well-being, versus holding on to hope even against good sense that thing will magically be okay because you love them. Going forward, trust yourself. Part of all relationships is understanding good relationships can end unwanted, and bad ones should be ended with intent. You'll heal, bro. Focus on you and your growth. I read elsewhere you are resolved to cut contact. Good call. I'm sorry it happened to you, but I'm glad it happened before you married, and I'm glad you found out before she tried to make you this kid's father. I wish you the best in life. You seem like a good guy, and hopefully you will one day meet someone that loves and respects you. Thanks for stopping by Storytime Reddit. I hope you'll come again soon. Bye for now.